to the cloud. Okay, so we're recording. All right, you guys, so this is the Instagram stories training. I'm gonna give you some tips, basic tips on how to make your stories pop and how to make them look really awesome and stand out just using Instagram. So there's a lot of outside apps. A lot of us have them. There's some really fun stuff we can teach you and do later, but for the sake of keeping this simple, this is something that you guys can all do for free. So drop a free in the comments if you like things that are free. Now, here's where I have to hope that I know what I'm doing. Please, yay, take a second to text somebody on your team, remind them that we have started. I'm super excited about this. I've been excited about this all day, guys, because I don't know about you, but I love stories. I love them. Okay, so here we go. Now, do hold on a second, really quick. Okay, I'm going to just use the cord, talk amongst yourselves, and we'll get this. Actually, you know what? I did it without the cord earlier, so I'm just going to do this again. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I think this worked. Yay! Okay. How freaking cool is this, you guys? I just want to take a second. And now you can all see what I've been listening to. Okay. No shame in my game. Okay. So we're going to just jump right in. First thing, hopefully these chats will be quiet. First thing I'm going to show you guys in Instagram is what is called a drop shadow. Okay, so we're just going to take a picture for the sake of, we're just going to use Violet's beautiful little picture. Now, super easy when you're on Instagram. If you want to filter it, there's just a couple filters like this. If you want to use one of them really quick, there's like 6 or 7 filters. Usually when I post a picture in here, it's already filtered how I want it, so I don't use that very much, but if I'm in a hurry, I like Oslo or Paris. It just kind of gives you a little bit of a pop. Okay, so really quick for the drop shadow, I'm going to go up here to the letters. This is where you change your font. Usually use strong violet. Then I'm going to copy it, select, copy, okay? And then I'm going to go down here. Let's say I'm going to do yellow. And then now I'm just going to do the same thing again because I copied it. I'm going to take that and then just say I want to do black. And now you can just do a really cool little effect like that. And just layer it on top. See how, like, and then if you want to do it the other way around, you can do it the other way around. Just make sure the sizes match up. And then now you just have this really cool, just makes it pop. Okay, another thing, and if you don't like something, super easy, just drag it right into the trash. The other thing is block lettering. Usually use strong for that. So let's just say, oh, like this. For the sake of time, I'm not going to really change the color, but I'm not going to like customize the color. I will show you guys that though, because it's probably the tool I use the most. And in case you weren't on the last, oops, forgot how to spell her name. In case you weren't on the last Instagram Zoom, you could see how you could do some fun things like that. Now to change the color, you guys, this is how you change the color. You go to the little dropper in the bottom left, see that little dropper right there? Now you drag that dropper. This changed my Instagram. So just this trick alone changed the game for me on Instagram stories. So if you don't get anything else out of this, remember how to do the color dropper. Okay, so I can grab any color out of this picture. And then I can, okay, so you can see how that kind of works. So next thing, okay, this is fun too. Let's say, let's do like a keto coffee picture. Make sure your Instagram app is updated also, you guys. Otherwise, it might not show you. Like, see how it says last 24 hours up here? If you don't have your app updated, it might not even give you all these different options. So I'm just going to go, let's go down here and find like a cute, just grab this, okay? And I'm going to do, oops, I'm going to go to the pen. These are your 4 different pens up here, you guys. All 4 of these, once you click them, you have this bar on the left, which makes your pen thicker or thinner. Okay, so that's, you're gonna want to use that a lot. Now this little one with the dots on top, that's your neon marker. So this is kind of fun. I just learned this actually. Can do something like that. Then this top right is the erase. And I'm gonna make the thickness. And now I'm gonna erase part of that. And now it just made it look like the pen. It just gives it like a cool effect. It's like wrapping behind the cup. See that? So like this is just a really quick little thing, but I just learned that and I think that was pretty cool. I could see doing a picture of like you holding your cup of coffee or whatever, and you could do like the little swirly neon pen and then erase. Just takes a couple seconds and now it looks like the pen is like wrapping around the cup. I was like, oh, that's so cool. And then we could do with the neon pen, we could write, you know, we could write something, can change the color and do something cute like that. And then there you go. I have a story. So we will just trash that. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this is kind of fun. Let's go back out here. Oops. Just grab a picture. Okay, and I'm gonna do, can go to the gifts, you guys. If you're not this, okay, I'm gonna back up really quick because a lot of you might not know what I just pushed. See the little smiley face at the top with the little corner folded over? That you're going to use a lot. That's where you get your hashtags. That's where you tag somebody. That's where you can add music to your story. That's where you can do the little slide face over here. Questions, poll. I use music, GIF, poll, location a lot. I hardly ever scroll down. I don't even know if these are all, I don't know. But this top part I use all the time. So the GIF, you guys can search just about anything. The first page, these are trending GIFs. There's a lot of them that are super, super cute. So you can kind of check those out really quick, but otherwise you can search for anything you want. So here we go. I saw this was really cute. Polaroid. And I don't know, I would probably mess around with this or use a different size picture, but like how cute is that? You can drag that GIF as small or as big as you want. You could even take somebody's before and after. And we do obviously have to post them, you guys, with being compliant on the bottom, but we can still decorate them, make them look a little less corporate, you know, and drag this around it or put this around, you know, right here. And then I could add, let me see, I'd probably, if I was going to really post this, I'd probably cover up the bottom. So see how I just made the marker thicker. And maybe I'd do like light pink or something. Cover the bottom. And then maybe I use this typewriter a lot. Maybe let's just say something like that. Okay, maybe I would, oops. You know, you get the point, something like that. You can do that. Whatever, you get the point. So just fun little things you can do. Okay, I have a whole list because there's stuff that I think is really cool that I don't want to forget. Okay, this is another really fun one. This is kind of like that drop shadow, but these are all scary pictures. This is like the drop shadow, but it's a little bit more. Okay, so let's go back to this. So again, I'm going to select, copy. Let's just say I'm going to make it color of that thing she's holding. And then I'm going to do it again, paste, and make the other one brown. And I'm going to do it again. You could do rainbow colors. You could just go back and forth with the same like two colors. And then you just keep dropping it down a little bit lower and lower. Oops. So you could do this with like whatever you guys want, you guys, keto coffee, whatever you're doing today, like just add a little bit more interest. And you could, you could keep doing more and more however you want, but just make sure you copy the word and then you're not like retyping it in. Okay, here's one that I do. I do this all the time. And at first I thought this was like a super, just grab something here. Okay, at first I thought this was like a super complicated thing or app, and it's totally not. So just move this down here. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the pen. I usually go to the left one and then drag to do a handwriting, okay? You could also do this if you have an iPad, if you have like an actual something like a stylus or a pencil or something, then it's even better. But usually I'm on my phone, so I'm using the big old chubby end of my finger, but it still is going to be cute. So I'll grab white since I'm on darker background. And then maybe I'll say, okay, my writing sucks right now, but you can get the point. Paid to. I like the combination of handwriting with a typewriter. So maybe I do something like that. And then I would probably go into the gifts. Sometimes you don't have to over decorate everything. Just kind of see how it looks. See what maybe something like this. That's off the main. Where did it go? Because it disappears after you grab it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I just did this fun little. Oops. Go away. Okay. I'm gonna drag it and just put it like kind of behind the word party. See how that just took a picture and gave it just that extra little pop, okay? Okay, something else. Oh, you guys, if you ever want to save a story, you're not ready to post it, maybe you're just, when there's stories that are like in sequence, not every story is going to be a single page, right? Some of them are 5, 6, 7, 8, even 9 pages. You don't want to post a story and then maybe it takes you 4 or 5 minutes to come up with your next one that goes along with it. You want to post them right all together once they're done. So let's say this is part of like a 6-slide story. I'm going to go up here to the little arrow on the top of the screen and I'm going to save it. And then maybe then I'll make my next one. Let's just say that I was going to add, maybe I'm going to add something to this one. I don't know, this is lame. I'm just coming up with something on the spot. So now, my next slide, it said paid to party. And then 15 seconds later, when it goes to the next story, right, it's going to show like with fun people. Like that's when you see someone's story and it barely changed, but it reads more like a real story because it draws attention to what changed, right? They just saw that story, the next slide hits and there's new information. So their eye automatically goes to the new information. So if I'm doing a story on like the business, then maybe one of the slides I'm going to have things that you're eligible for, whatever bonus that we have going on, or $100 in free product credit. And then I'm going to save that, do the next story, add on to it. So the next slide also says one-on-one mentoring, we get paid, whatever you want it to say. But you don't always have to have all the information on that one slide. It's more effective to have it, like, they have more time to actually see it all. So while I'm on this topic, or on this font, I'm going to show you guys another little fun trick. You can select, okay, so I can select, let's just say I want to change that to be green. And it's really quick, actually. I'm going to change that to be orange. It doesn't really go with the color theme of this particular story, but you can see how cool that would be to just change it up just a little bit. And it just took it from just super boring, like a plain picture, to way better. And I would redo the writing because it looks like a chicken wrote it, but you get the point. I'm just trying to show you guys. So, okay. Okay, I want to show you guys this. This is a super, super easy. Let's say you want to talk to somebody about the business, and you do not have to, yes, sometimes the stories are way more involved, and it's like, holy crap, I don't have an hour to make all that. You can do something super, super simple, and I'm going to show you how. And I do see the chat is lighting up, but I'll look at it in a second. Okay, so you can take any picture and grab whatever, this picture, okay? Now, you have to have a picture to start with, and then I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make it, I just want a solid color. So I just grabbed a color off the bottom. I'm holding my finger down on the screen. See what I just did there? You can do a solid color, but you have to start with the picture first, and then you just cover it up. So let me just show you guys how I did that again. Grabbed a picture, picked a color off the bottom, whatever color I want the background to be. I do light pink a lot. And then I just literally held my finger on the screen until it covered the whole image. Now I can do whatever the heck I want. I can decorate, I can, whatever. But this is a really cool, simple thing that any of you guys can do to create a business opportunity story. So I love the typewriter. It's one of my favorite fonts because it's just so classic. Let's just say, okay. Okay, once you hit done, then you can change you can keep it super, super simple, or you can do something like this again. Maybe something like that. Okay, now I would save it, okay? I'm gonna save it, and then I'm gonna add to it. And this is how easy it is, because all I did was hit save, and now I'm just gonna keep typing. Okay, I'm gonna save it again. I'm gonna do one more. Okay. Okay. Then I would save it again. Okay, and then when you go to post those, I'm not really gonna post these because I just don't really want to, but okay, now see how I have all three, right? Because I just saved, I'm gonna post this one, send to, story. Then I'm going to post the next one, send to, story. Then I'm going to post the next one. And then whatever the rest of my story is, you know what I mean? But this is how easy. Now, let's say you just did that and you have a picture of you because you're going to tell your story a little bit. So you're going to go grab a picture of you. Whatever, let's just pretend this is a picture of just me. It's not like a story, but it's a picture of me, okay? Actually, hold on. Sorry, I'm so distracted by all those things popping up. Okay, so you go into your photos and you grab a picture of you. Like I said, pretend this is just a picture of me. I'm just trying to save time. Copy it. Just copy it. Then I'm going to go back into Instagram. And let's see, I'm gonna, there we go. The ones I just made, okay. Now I'm gonna paste it. Okay, well, I don't know, hold on. Okay, I think I did that wrong. Leave that open, go in here, copy it, closed it out, and that's why. Now I'm gonna go back to Instagram. See how it just popped up at the bottom? So that's what I did wrong. I just had it closed out. So you leave your story open, it's undone, go out of it, go to your camera roll, copy any picture you want. Okay, it just went away because I timed out, but now I should still be able to paste it. I swear this works. Okay, well, I'll just do it the other way then. Okay. I'm going back to Instagram. It'll pop right up at the bottom. Bam, add sticker. Now it's in my page, or now it's on my thing. Okay, so let's just say this is a picture just of me. Ever wonder if people really make money from social media? Cute picture of you. See how easy it is to make. Why am I showing it to you? I keep forgetting my thing's on the screen. It's so fun. It's so easy, and it's so like professional looking. And then now, if you want, you can even go up here and you can add some music. There's so many songs too, you guys. I usually sometimes go to mood and scroll down inspirational when I'm posting for business, and I just usually grab something out here. I don't know, whatever you want. I do my hair, check my nails. Baby, how you do? I do my hair. Okay, so another thing you guys can do with the music, a lot of times people just leave them up here, and when your story actually posts on the top left, it will tell them who it is and what the song is. But if you don't want like this big old thing messing up your vibe of your story, then guess what you can do? You can go grab a GIF. Okay, this one's cute, whatever. Let's just say you grab a GIF that you like. Look at that. Now I got Lizzo good as hell, but no one can see the big old ugly. Sometimes I do leave those. It just depends on the vibe I'm trying to create with that particular story. See? So you kind of get the point. This little cute sparkly thing over here could also, once you're done with a story, if you don't like it, you can do the little swipe. Look how easy you can just change it too with those filters. Ooh, I like that with the gray. It looks cool. Okay, so anyways, you get the point. All right, go away, Lizzo. One more thing, and I'm gonna check the chat. If you guys want to do a music, I want to show you one more thing that I usually get my ideas from other people. So I'm just going to show you. I'm looking for a coffee picture really quick. Let's say in the morning, you're holding your cup of coffee. Let's just say this is me holding my cup of coffee. This is a story I already did the other day, but I'll play music on top of it. So this is a really fun one to do with coffee in the morning, the get up. Okay, so if it's a really simple you holding a cup of coffee, or like maybe you're posting a sequence of videos of you making coffee, This is a really fun one to have the words show up. So look at this, you guys. Look at all the different ways you can have music. How cute is that? You can have it play like that. I do this one a lot. And it's okay to do this over and over. This is adorable, I think. I got this idea from Carrie Young, and I was like, I freaking love the way she had that song, like with the words all popping up in the morning over her car. Like it made me feel excited. And I was like, I'm gonna do that. She does it about 3 times a week, you guys. Not the same exact story, but the same song. And she just does a new video of her making her coffee. So anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that because you can do this with any story. So maybe it's a picture of you and you're making it about the business or whatever. You can pick a song, change however you want it to go, and you can have this play on top of your picture of you. That's like an inspirational song. And then the next story can be a cute little 15-second video of you saying, why haven't you reached out to me yet? Blah, 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 blah. Be more personal, guys. The more personal you are, the better. Okay, so that was just wanted to show you guys that. Okay, so I'm going to stop the share really quick so I can read. I wonder if I can read comments with the share. I don't think so. It's okay. Okay. So I just want to read through the chat for a minute. The coffee picture, probably something I already had saved. I don't know which coffee picture, but you save. I'll go back to the share, but where you save is, okay, let's say I just did a story. It's the top, it's the arrow. See how there's an arrow in the very top of the, towards the left of the screen, little arrow pointing down with a line under it. Anytime you guys, like I said, most of my stories are several slides long. So if I'm making the story, and a lot of times it's the night before, like late tonight, I'll be making stories for tomorrow. And I'm saving them in between because I add and I layer on top of them. Most stories, if you watch anybody's page, 90% of their product or business stories are multiple layers. And it's overwhelming for some people because they're like, holy crap, like that's so many. It's really not. You make the main bulk of that story slide, and then you just layer different things on top of it. Maybe one of them has a picture, then maybe the next one, right? You delete that picture, or how I showed you how to grab a picture out of your camera roll, copy it, and then that shows up as a sticker, and then you just layer it on top of the other picture and add some different words or whatever. So it's really, really easy once you find that rhythm and flow. You're just adding, you're just layering, and then you save them all. That's what takes the longest, is making like maybe a 7-story slide. Might take me a half an hour if I'm really being like, in the zone and I'm making a good one. And then it takes 5 seconds to post them in sequence, add your hashtags and stuff, which we'll go over that a little bit too. And then it's such a fulfilling feeling knowing that, okay, you just spent 30 minutes of really good quality time for your business because now you're about to post a kick-ass, 8-slide story or whatever. So, okay. Oh, you already answered the question. Okay, thank you. Yeah, saving, we'll put it right, Margie, that puts it right into your camera roll immediately. So it's pretty awesome. Lisa is thing only for iPhone, but I'll try to answer that. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think you can save a story if there's music in it. I think it's like a copyright thing. I'm pretty sure it's because of a copyright, because then you could use it for something else. Yes, I will show you how to do the picture to a solid color. And then do you guys have, before I start the share again, do you guys have any questions? Or you could ask a question. Well, no, yeah. Is the copy and paste of a picture that, I'm not 100% sure on that. Does anybody else know? Maybe if somebody doesn't have an iPhone, if you could go and try it, and then everybody can find out at the same time. I'm sure though, Lisa, if that actual feature is just for iPhone, I'm sure there's a different method, a different way to do it for Android, because so many people have Androids, I can't imagine. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the share. And hold on, gotta get it back to share. Okay. All right. Let me see. Okay, this is just fun. I might biff it on this one. I'm still practicing it a little bit, but this is kind of fun. You can always drag, if you ever are reposting something that's from before, like I already posted this to my stories, so the date pops up, make sure you drag the date to the trash. Okay, so let's say, okay, so I'm gonna try to do the gradient letters, select all, and then you copy. Okay, so I just copied it. Now, if you grab a color on the bottom, so I'm gonna start like on the green one, and then you grab the bottom, see the little blue circle on the bottom right? Grab that. If you have long nails, it's a little bit trickier. And then I'm moving my fingers in the opposite direction. And you can like change. Now I'm practicing on like what color you want it to start and end up at. How cute that is. Like I'm still practicing on how to get like the gradient colors that I want. Like maybe I want them to start at dark pink and end at light pink. It takes a little bit of finessing, and if you have long nails, it's a little trickier. But I'll show you guys again. Okay, so you gotta copy it, select all, copy, and then I'm gonna start over here at the pink. And this bottom blue circle, and so I'm moving the color, the finger on the color, and it just takes a little bit of practice. But I want these to stay all pink, so I'm moving my top finger a little quicker. Yeah, so you kind of got to mess around with it a little bit, but this is if you look at the S, it's like more red, and it gradients all the way down to purple. So if you want it to be like if you want it to be a true rainbow, I could start over here at the blue on the left, over here, put my finger on that, and then I move it all the way across quicker to get as many colors as possible. Oops, it went back. Anyways, you can see it's a little bit tricky, but because I'm such a I have to get it down. I'm gonna play around with that one a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys something else that I use a lot. So I'm gonna show you first of all what my story today. Hey guys, so I'm showing Lindsay, and then okay, I'm gonna turn this down really quick. I want to show you. So if you're doing a video, so like after these, I did a video. Hey you guys, I'm Janny. So now I'm going to tell you my own story with this business. I still wouldn't be good at this, but you know what? At the end of it, apart, the life that I signed up for. And I was able. Shut up, Janny. I didn't know what. Okay, I was able to change every 15-second increment. Instagram automatically does this for you now, you guys. It used to take an app, and you have to download your video to an app, and it would break it apart into the 15-second increments. Now as long as you have the current update, it automatically breaks apart your video. This is one of my favorite things that I wanted to show you guys. And because it breaks apart your video, you can add text, GIFs, music, whatever. We wouldn't have music because you're probably talking in your video, but you can do all of those things. So I'm going to show you guys from the get-go. Usually I use Snapchat to film a video. So this is the only app really that I'm showing you just because this is how I normally do it. You don't have to use Snapchat. You can use a regular video, okay? So I'll usually use this one right here, okay? And I'll do a video. And this is my video. On Snapchat, usually you can only do, I think it's 5 or 6 15-second videos. So I try to keep it under that. If I'm gonna go past that, so I'm just making a video, blah, 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 blah. If I'm gonna go past that, then I'll use my regular video because, but I try to, on stories, I don't want it to be like 4 minutes of stories for them to watch. I want it to be like maximum of maybe 10 slides at the most. So for the sake of showing you guys, let's just say, so I saved that. Now in Snapchat, to save your story is really easy. See this X at the bottom of the screen? That will reveal those little pictures. That's how you save your stories. You click there, then you can pick whatever you want. This is the one I just made. I'm gonna select that, and then the 3 little dots at the top right, then export snap. Now, click Save Story. Don't click Save Snaps. I'm just showing you guys this because it will save you so much frustration. Save Story. And now that entire thing will go to your camera roll. And it's in one video. So I think it was like a 45-second one that I just made. So now I'll show you how to put that on your story. So now, here it is in my camera roll. Up here. Sorry, okay, here it is. 31 seconds, okay? I'm gonna use this one of Violet that I made earlier just because it'll be easier to show you guys. Most of the time you're gonna have longer than 31-second video. So I'm just gonna take this one of her. But that's exactly how to save it from Snapchat, goes right into your thing. But I wanna show you guys what Instagram does. This is a newer feature and it used to be so much more of a pain in the butt. So, okay. So I'll post to my stories, right? I'm gonna go little camera up at the top left. So where you go to post a story. I believe it's the same for Apple or Android. I could be wrong. If somebody has any Android, maybe you can post in the chat. I believe you just swipe up to get your pictures. At least that's how it is for iPhone. Never said that. So for someone who's watching brand new, just wanted to say that. Okay, so here is, I'm gonna use this video. Now look, see at the bottom, you guys? It is automatically breaking your video up into 15-second increments. This is the coolest thing that Instagram has done for stories, because like I said, you used to have a separate app, run your video through that app, and it would break apart your stories, and then you'd have to upload them one at a time. Now, this is how I do it. So usually if it's a video, I am gonna use this little swipe filter feature because your videos are not filtered, right? And I like to brighten them up a little bit. So I like, what is this one? Melbourne. I like Melbourne a lot. See how it kind of just makes it brighter? If I'm uploading a Snapchat video and it's already got that like beauty filter on it, I don't use the swipe filters. But because this was taken with my normal camera phone, I'm using the swipe filter. So now I can add text. Can use a little, pick whatever color I want the text to be. There's a delay on the screen. I don't know why. Okay. I'll just show you guys the drop shadow thing really quick again, because I know sometimes it takes seeing something a couple times. So let's just say I'm going to do a little fancy words, however I want to do that. Okay. All right, I would make that match better, but anyway, then I'm not going to hit next, okay, because I'm still working on the rest of my stories. I'm going to click the next story down here at the bottom left. Then I'm going to filter that one too, because they're separate. You have to do each slide, you have to doctor it up however you want. Okay, so now let's say I'm blah, 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 whatever I'm texting here. Sometimes I'll do, grab the pen, and maybe I'm doing, I combine these a lot. I'll combine like the little fancy fun script with block lettering, or fancy cursive script with the typewriter lettering. Like it's a really pretty contrast, I guess, and it's eye-catching. So once I'm done with this one, then I'll go on to the next one. Make the filter match. You can do this really quick, you guys. Once you just start doing them, you do them really quick. maybe I don't have anything to say on that one. Like today in my video where I was talking about the business, I did this a couple times. So maybe I'm talking about, pretend this is me talking about what the business has done for me. And maybe I said some little blurb about how I never thought that I would, be any good, which I think I pretty much did today. So maybe I'll do something like this. So all I did was just grab that marker, one of these top two on the left. Those are both markers. Grab one. And this is how you change the thickness, right? So I'll take it all the way up. I'm going to do like a little thing right here. Then I'll go and grab my lettering. I use typewriter probably more than anything. And maybe I say something like, I had no time and no money either. And then I'm going to drag it right there. So a lot of times I'll do that. And then I'm done, right? So I'm going to click next. And then I'm going to click share. And it's going to share all of those individual videos that make up your whole story. Okay, it's going to share all of them in a row. You don't have to do it. It does it for you. It's so cool. So again, you can also save these individually, but you don't have to. So again, that is one of the coolest things. I do that all the time when I'm talking about the business. At least every couple days or every few days, I try to do one of those where I'm talking about the business. Maybe on that last clip, let's just say the very last, okay, let's say I'm posting this on the last clip. That's when I might do something like this. You always want to have two positives. You never want to have like, no, I'm not interested. Yes, I'm interested. It's always like I'm in or I'm totally in or whatever. You get the point. Send info, please, or something like that, right? And I would especially do a poll like this if I'm talking about in my video, if I say, vote on the poll, just you're not signing your life away, you're just getting information. Make sure you vote on the poll so I can send you information. So I'm giving them a call to action, and guess what? There's a poll right here. Then I'm going to grab maybe the little highlighter pen. And I can do that, or you can always click the undo at the top left, you guys, if you don't like something. Or I really like some of the sparkle gifts, I use the arrow. There's different arrow gifts that I really like. I think this one's cute with the little color changing arrow. I'll use that a lot. I accidentally threw it away, but you get the point. With polls, another thing I'm trying to do is not to put them right in the middle like this, because when people are swiping to the next story, a lot of times they accidentally vote. I also use that as a conversation starter, like, oh, we voted like 3 times, so maybe it's meant to be, haha. But I do try to put it where they do have to think about it. It's not just like an accidental all the time. So sometimes I'll put it like over here. Sometimes I'll put it up here with an arrow pointing to it, or you can also take your marker and you can like circle it, something like that. Oops. Okay. I just put a line on my face. Okay. Another thing, go away. Okay. I've been using the quiz lately too. You can put on like an opportunity post, how much extra are you looking for? 500, whatever, you get the point. And then you can drop a little question box too. So they can actually, when they're reading your story, they can actually just push A, B, C, D. It's just another kind of way to keep things different. Somebody had said, can I show you one more time how to do the background? So I'm going to show you that again. You have to start with a picture. It doesn't matter what picture, because we're going to cover it up. You have to hit the little pen button, second to the, okay, there's a delay, but I'm just going to keep going. Hit the little pen button, then pick your color on the bottom. you don't like any of these colors, you can use the color dropper. Ooh, look at all these fun grays, you guys. There's so many grays. Okay, I'm gonna grab this gray and I'm just gonna literally touch this. I'm just holding down. All I did was take my finger and hold down on the screen. And after about 2 seconds, it turns the color. Okay, so then I can take that. And if you see a cute quote, you can easily, like, as a filler, I call them filler slides, right? I do post a lot about products and business in my stories, but I still don't want it to dominate entirely. I always want to have some stuff in between, show something funny, whatever, quotes, what you're having for dinner. Like, you can put in all that on stories. So maybe you put in a cute quote, whatever. Let's just say I'm going to do something like this. Make it bigger, and then watch, like, I'm just making this up as I go, but select. And then watch this. Let's just say I'm going to post that, okay? And something else that's cute you can do in the background of a lot of words. So I'm going to grab the pen again, little pen top second from the right. I'm going to grab this thicker top marker and do like the middle. And then I'm going to grab blue because I'm talking about water. So I'm just going to grab blue and I'm going to do this. So a lot of people do, that's like so easy. That looks kind of dumb, but here, let me make this a little smaller. Okay, so I'm gonna see how much that just added. Like, let's just say this is not, maybe it's a quote you already found on Pinterest. It's ready to go. It's a picture ready to go. You could do that same thing, just a cute little marker and pick a color that goes well, that flows well, and just do that. Maybe you're talking about your keto coffee, or maybe you're talking about your celery challenge. Like, how much better does it look instead of just block lettering that says day 14 celery challenge? Like, you can change the font, change the color. Day 14 celery challenge. Behind celery challenge, you could take that little green marker and like really lightly dust behind the words. It's so easy, and this is just Instagram, you guys. Maybe I take another layer of, I don't know, dark gray, and maybe I do it one more time. See how cute? So just trying to show you a couple of random things. Another thing that a lot of people don't know on Instagram, see that blue line that just showed up when I move the words? If it's centered, move slowly. As soon as you see that blue line, your wording is centered. Same thing with pictures. If you've got a poll box, anything, a question box, a GIF, anything that you want to be centered, and it also shows you this direction. See, centered that way. So this word water right now is completely centered on the page, if you care about that. If you want it to be centered, sometimes you don't, sometimes we do, stuff like that, whatever. But those lines, for those of you that are a little OCD, it's like your level. Your Instagram stories now comes with a level. So thank you, Instagram. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a little bit about hashtags because we did this last time, but since we're recording, I want to show you guys hashtags. So let's just say you are posting, I post a lot of stuff with like the cows and the chickens and whatever. So I have a whole list of, I'll actually show you guys. I have a whole list of hashtags for, okay, here we go. Okay, here's coffee tags. We'll just, since I have them right in front of me. So you can take time, figure out what tags you want to use, which ones you like, whatever. Make your list, make hashtag lists for yourself already done. It's going to save you a lot of time. And because you have them already done, you're going to actually use them. Okay. So for the sake of time, I'm going to use this picture, but let's just pretend like this is a coffee story. Okay. So I'm going to go to the letters. I'm going to tap the screen. Wait, is it not working? I'm going to paste. Why aren't you letting me paste? Okay, I'm just going to go out of here. Okay. Okay, so let's say I'm posting this. I don't know why I wasn't letting you paste. It knows I'm doing thing. There we go. Okay. All right, now this, you guys. I have this whole list of hashtags, whether you're using 1 or 2 or 25. This is probably more than I normally use in a story, but it doesn't matter because look what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to minimize it, and then I'm going to tap on it. I'm going to grab this color pen, and it pretty much already disappeared, but let's say I want to put it inside this. So it's super, super tiny. I'm going to drag that whole list, and I just hit it. You can't see it, but guess what? My story is now searchable on like 26 different coffee hashtags. When I started doing this regularly, I started seeing views going up for sure. Sometimes you have to figure out like which hashtags you don't want to use. That's a whole other video. And I learned a lot about that on YouTube. You don't want to use hashtags that have like 6 million searches because there's too many or it's never going to be seen. So you kind of want to like figure out your sweet spot with which hashtags you like. But you get the point. Another way to hide a hashtag list is, okay, I just got that whole, I don't know where it went because I already made it tiny, but anyways. Another way to hide a hashtag list, again, is with the GIF. You can grab a GIF, you can bring just like scoot your hashtags down just small enough, and then you can put your, oops, it's almost time for the phone call. You can put your GIF right over your hashtags. So that's another way to do that. A couple other things, you guys, make sure that you are, engaging on other people's stories. So don't just spend, sometimes I'm guilty of this, to be honest. Don't just spend all of your time on your stories, making them freaking amazing. You need to go into other people's stories. Okay. And I do have a lot of people with It Works because I get a lot of ideas from them, but you want to go into people that are not with It Works and make sure, okay, all of these people are with them, but still, you want to go into people's stories and engage with their stories. Go and comment on their stories. Or whatever. Like, I usually will ask questions. Ask questions, get interaction up, because the more they interact with you, now you're going to be at the top of their story list. So these people, I probably watch the most of their stories. So they're showing up at like the top of my list. Your goal is to be at the top of other people's lists, and you've got to interact. You cannot just take. And this goes social media in general. You cannot just take. You have to give. You have to ask questions, interact with people. Sometimes, you guys, I will share if there's somebody that I really like their page. Let's just say it's this girl. I have been loving her page and interacting on her page. Guess what I can do? I can click this little paper airplane thing right here. Okay, well, she's private, so that's not going to work. You can share somebody's post to your story. So let's just say it's this girl, and I love her thing. Look, see, add to story. I can now either copy the link or I can add her post to my story, and then I can type something and say, check this girl out, always inspiring, love her page, and then make sure you tag that person with this mention button. And now I'm going to mention her. She's going to get a notification that not only, I mean, that's like the highest compliment you can get. Somebody puts your post in their story. that is going to major, like, wow, this girl is awesome. She just shouted me out in her stories, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's the highest compliment someone really can get on Instagram. So that's going to make you like stand out to that person. So sometimes I'll do that. You can also shout out your friends, shout out each other. Like, someone just got a amazing promotion, or if someone just got like 5 customers today, guess what? You can shout them out on your story. It helps you. It helps, you know what I mean? Like, that's a feature that I definitely utilize. So really quick, because we got to jump off, but we all know the call doesn't always start right at 7. So I just want to make sure we don't have any more questions. I'm going to actually, let me see. Okay, Lisa's our expert with the Android, because some things might be slightly different. Okay, so I don't think anyone else has questions. I think I pretty much covered everything. But basically, like, just make sure you're engaging on people's stories. Make sure they'll get better. Like, you guys, even 6 months ago, especially a year ago, I didn't even really know what stories were. I sucked, and now the majority of my enrollments come from stories, distributors, and customers. A lot of existing loyal customers that have ordered pumpkin this month, I think 9 out of 10 of them have been because they've seen my stories. So like, hey, I need to get the pumpkin. What's my login or whatever? Like, they are so effective. They work. And to be honest, me personally, I have a lot of fun doing them. So it's not like I have to force myself. Oh my gosh, like, messaging is so necessary, but it's my least favorite thing to do. But stories, when it's time to do stories, I have to tell myself, like, okay, stop doing stories, because you have to move on to something else, another task for the day. But I love stories, so I just want to keep learning more and more about them. But anyway, so this training has been basically just Instagram only. There are obviously some really cool apps, and we could do a whole other training on that, but I wanted you guys to have something for, if you don't want to buy an app, you don't have to, because all of the things I showed you guys tonight is all through Instagram, and Instagram's free. So I hope this helped everybody. I do have the recording, probably won't have it up tonight. Let me see.